before we get started, it's now 9:47. I promised the jurors to be in the box at 10 a.m. I am a woman of my word. How can I help you?
It's about buyers.
No, it's about stipulation.
Oh, are we doing?
Oh, are we done? Okay, so what we've agreed to, Judge, is we had initially, with respect to the Walmart video, we were going to put.
Is this a separate Walmart video than the body cam we saw on yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Walmart video.
It's the actual video from the Walmart that shows the sedan coming, and you can see him doing something, or you can see somebody doing something in the back. We were going to put that actual video in through Officer McKinnie. The original plan was to simply authenticate it through him and then play the video through another witness, a manager at Walmart. But I think we've agreed to play the video through Officer McKinney, and that way we don't have to call the manager from Walmart. We're going to have to do that Monday because he can't be here today. So.
Okay. Is there anything else?
That was it.
Okay. And what is the objection to buyers? You want to take that up today, or you want to take that up?
So, Your Honor, the purpose of buyers, the state had buyers go and do helicopter flyovers and then to drive from one location to the next location. None of this was done in real time with the allegations. But more importantly, and I think the cell phone expert is about to talk about, the cell phone data points are just that. They are points of data. You can have a person going here like this and have data points like this, or you can have a person go do, 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 and still have data points like this. So that would be misleading to the jury and would cause confusion about the movement based on GPS locations that are only points. It is not an actual moving line. It is data points that come at intervals.
I feel like Garner testified about that on yesterday, and I also want to say that there were some dots that showed up actually in the water, and he was explaining that that's the cell phone tower. That's the phone trying to connect with a tower. So I think
Yes.
Garner explained that.
Yes, but then we would have a witness without personal knowledge of the route that was actually taken, showing the jury that this is the route that was actually taken.
Okay, so talk to me about what the state intends to prove with buyers.
Yes, Your Honor. The state of Tennessee plans to put on through Jim Byers a couple things. Some of them are aerial photographs of certain areas. Now, some of the photographs we already used as exhibits to include aerial photographs of Mud Island. They believe another exhibit that will likely be submitted to a different witness, an aerial photograph of the Walgreens, showing where it is situated on streets. But then also aerial photographs of Lbury and Sedgwick, that section of road.
Did we not see that with Garner?
Those were Google Map images on a map. Now, the aerial photographs are closer in because they're at a lower altitude than a satellite can take a photograph from. And so it gives an idea of what this crime scene area looks like. It's the tree cover, the amount of trees that are there, and the path of the road of Lbury and Sedgwick. But specifically how it's differentiated from Garner's is that it shows the trees, how the trees cover the road, and which you can get somewhat.
We got that from a few of the body cams at the initial call.
Yes, Your Honor, you do get that from the body cams at the initial call some, but as an overhead view, it gives a better geographic reference point than what you can get from body cams at night. These photographs from the helicopter are taken during daytime, so it gives a better idea of what the geographic area of Lbury and Sedgwick looks like from a lower altitude than a satellite could produce. Additionally, there are videos that Ms. Fuchs was speaking of. Ms. Fuchs' issue is that Mr. Byers does not have personal knowledge of the route taken. Technically, only person would be the person who initially drove that route. However, Your Honor, what we do have is location data from the phone that, while occasionally there are spots that come off the path, it shows the path that the defendant's phone took from point to point, and it shows it following a road, and it shows times at which it's on that road. So it creates a trail following specific roads from one point to another, from different locations. Specifically, looking from the Matco on Brooks Road to Levi and Sedgwick, and from the area of Lakeview to Mart Road, an area that the defendant's phone went down earlier in the day, as well as the route from Lbury to Mud Island.
Why am I looking at a timeline of events with individual mappings that Garner gave us on yesterday? Everything you're saying to me now, unless it's way too early in the morning for me, sounds exactly like what we heard on direct yesterday.
It follows the same pathways, Your Honor, but what it lends is an understanding of the amount of time and the distance traveled. And that goes specifically to one of the elements the state has to prove, premeditation. That there was time for reflection before taking certain acts, that there was time for planning, and that there was a specific plan. That goes to provide context to time and the routes taken, how long it takes to go there, but then also, Judge, getting to some of these locations, going to the defendant's intent of going to a specific area due to its relative remoteness. Additionally, Your Honor, there are two videos of kind of walkthroughs at night. Now, the driving videos are at night as well, to replicate what these areas look like at night. The crime scene walkthrough video on Levi and Sedgwick is at night, walking through that area to give the jury reference points of where the signs are, that signs that are seen in a crime scene photograph, but it's hard to tell where that sign is in the crime scene photograph in relation to the entire road. As well as the video at Mud Island, Your Honor, would show that where the gates close at night to the park, and then the path one would have to walk to head, and shows the area that one would have to walk to head to the second set of gates at the boat ramp at night, giving context to what that area looks to at night and the area that one would have to traverse through on foot, and that one would have to traverse through on foot to get to the end of the boat ramp. These videos, Your Honor, add context to the jury and kind of are alternatives for requesting a crime scene visit because it provides the jury the opportunity to understand what these areas look like at night, approximately around the
If I recall
times.
correctly, I asked specifically about a crime scene visit and alerted the sheriff that it could be a possibility.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you said it was probably not going to happen. So now you want us to walk through it with buyers.
As an alternative, Your Honor, that was the state's intent, is for judicial economy, to show, in order to speed up the trial, instead of having to go
I'm not
out.
worried about speeding up the trial. What I'm concerned about is duplicative information. If I'm looking, just based on my own notes, and I know you're not supposed to rely, I'm not asking you to rely on my notes.
Yes, sir.
These are my own individual notes. 8/17 to 11/02, Rural Lawn Estate Place, oral surgeries. So I know from 11:02 to 11:48, there was something that happened at some sort of travel time. 11:48, then 12:25, we show up at Walmart, Rock Creek. Something happens there, then at 1:20, and we're on the move again over on Rock Creek Parkway until 7:10. 7:24, we're at the apartment. So from 7:10, and this is just me thinking, from 7:10 to 7:24, there must have been some travel time
Yes, Your
to
Honor.
get to the apartments from Rock Creek Parkway.
Yes, sir.
And you're saying you want this individual to testify about things we've already heard as it relates to travel time
It would,
and locations that we've already covered.
it would be, Your Honor, to demonstrate the actual in-person travel time at similar times of night in a vehicle. So it would be, Your Honor, not necessarily duplicative, but corroborative of the general travel times. And it offers it from a different perspective, the perspective of a vehicle traveling down the road. To also, but additionally, the context that it's adding, Your Honor, is it is going to those elements of premeditation, of intent, of showing basically kind of going to help prove what the state has to prove under premeditation and the defendant's intent. The amount of time it took to get there.
Also came in, didn't you attempt to do premeditation on yesterday with the data from Garner with the NBA search versus the bullet search?
Yes, Your Honor. And
Which happened on January 30th
Yes, Your Honor. That is correct.
at 9:55.
Yes, Your Honor. These are different points that all point to premeditation. So there could be, Your Honor, more than one point that the state could point to as to show why premeditation occurred, why the state has proved premeditation beyond a reasonable doubt. The state is adding the additional points that it wishes to use to present to the jury to show that this was a premeditated act, this was an intentional act. These are different aspects of premeditation and intent that the state is attempting to show through Mr. Byers' testimony.
And Judge, it is my understanding that the video is sped up a little bit, so it's not lengthy. And what's important for our case, for the state's case, is that we're able to show, he's got that baby in his car. He's driving with the baby in his car, and there are so many options. He's driving down the interstate. He's driving down the street. There's so many things that he could have done during that drive down to Mud Island, besides throw the baby in the river. He could have put the baby in any number of places. And it helps really illustrate that a lot better than a GPS point on a map, So it's not that long. It's not,
I'm not concerned about length. I'm just concerned about the fact that, according to what I learned on yesterday, and I'm hopeful that the jurors also were listening, is that we have a crime scene for 15 minutes, a device that leaves, call out at Levi and Cedric at 9:23, market at Wolf Creek at 9:44. One can assume there was some travel time there. He didn't teleport. Stage Road, Walmart, Rock Creek Parkway at 10:24 for 6 minutes, then Mud Island at 9:59. So just based on what I was able to gather on yesterday, from the call out at 9:23 to Mud Island at 10:59, that's the window of time that the state believes the child was in the car with Mr. Isabelle.
Correct. That would be from the child in the car from Levi and Sedgwick all the way until...
9:23 was the call out.
Yes, Your Honor. Till Mud Island.
Mud Island was 10:59. And then a location hit at 11:20.
Correct, Your Honor.
So it's already been put in, is my point.
Your Honor, the state understands the point.
I don't have to rule on this today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's get to work.
May I respond to the arguments that have been made,
Absolutely.
please?
Absolutely.
Your Honor, what this is saying is that this is the route and this is how long it took, is what the state is saying. And this witness does not have personal knowledge that this is the route, does not have personal knowledge that this is how long it took. A data point to a data point, there could have been that amount of time in between them. There could have been 5 minutes of travel time in between them. It just shows that at this time this device was here, at this time this device was here. It doesn't give an estimation on actual travel time. So you have a witness speculating and asking the jury to accept that this is the actual version of events, the actual route, the actual time that it took. And as far as the area down at the boat ramp, we've already seen it with body cam. As far as the stuff downtown, we've already seen it with body cam. There's no information about the speeds at which he was driving, nothing that they could rely on to say that this is an accurate depiction of the route or of the amount of time for travel. And none of it was done on the same day. So just the fact that it's nighttime, it matters the time of year, time of day, all of those things.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your Honor, due to some technical difficulties, just for the record, I went ahead and put the exhibit up on the screen so that I don't have to fiddle with stuff.
Someone objecting?
No, I just
No, Your
wanted
Honor.
Okay.
to, for the record,
You have the remote.
I do.
Okay. Are you ready for the jurors to be brought in? Hello?
Yes, Your Honor. Stage ready. Yes.
Judge, the jury's into the courtroom.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You have your coffee?
Yes.
Yes. You sleep okay?
Yes.
I checked on you last night. At least I tried. At least I tried. But welcome back. We're going to get to work. I promise I won't keep you because it's court. But we're going to get a lot done today. That is my hope and my wish. Let's get Special Agent Garner in, please.
This lady's going to draw her still on oath.
Good morning, sir. Welcome back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Special Agent.
Good morning.
I want to talk to you first about the way that you gather information from photos, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
One way that you can do that is by getting a search warrant for a phone, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when you get a search warrant for a phone, does that automatically give you access to that phone?
It allows me to attempt access to that phone. Yes, ma'am.
Now, when you say attempt access, what do you mean?
So our software is actually designed to interface with a phone. It's a computer, but some phones have newer chipsets or newer operating systems that our software actually cannot communicate with. So there are times that we actually cannot access the device with our software.
Does whether you have the passcode affect whether you can access the software?
No, ma'am.
It does not affect that?
No, ma'am.
You can get into a phone without the passcode?
Some, yes, ma'am.
Is that by using the gray key to
Yes, ma'am.
run the passcodes?
But there are some, even with the passcode, the chipsets and the encryption technology and the communication technology is surpassed what our software is up to. So even with the passcode, there are times that we cannot access the data on the phone with our
Would you
software.
agree with me that having the passcode helps?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Now, you can also subpoena records from the provider, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you do that, you get a much more limited scope of information.
Yes, ma'am.
Other times, you can have what's called a consent to search,
Yes, ma'am.
right? And that's when a person says, here's my phone, here's the passcode, have at it.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what happened here.
I'm not sure what was provided to Sergeant Bledsoe, but I was presented a search warrant, a consent on Tiesia's.
Okay. And were you also given the passcode?
Yes, ma'am.
So y'all were able, between the two extractions, to access all of the information.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, I want to talk to you about your report,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? Now, your report on its cover page is called a presentation, and if we go down to the second slide, it's a presentation for Sergeant Boyd,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And he was the lead investigator in this case.
I believe he was. He was the one that requested the location analysis. That's why his name's there, ma'am.
Okay. And so when he originally requested the location analysis, did he only request the location analysis on Mr. Isabelle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so that is what the next several slides are.
Yes, ma'am.
In this, when we go down to the information regarding communications and the information regarding Ms. Stewart, all of those things, those were created for the prosecutors.
Yes, ma'am.
So all of these maps and everything were created for a purpose.
For the location information, the mapping was presented to Sergeant Boyd, and then the communications was at the request of the DA. Yes, ma'am.
So all of these were created with a purpose, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Requested to be prepared by law enforcement
Yes, ma'am.
and by the prosecutors,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? And that's who you made these presentations for.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in the presentation, I'm not going to walk you through every slide. We went through it pretty thoroughly yesterday. With Mr. Isabelle, you go from broad down to specific, and you walk step by step by step by step through every bit of that information, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, with Ms. Stewart, you, let's see, went very broad and went extremely isolated in where you went to close up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I noticed on your overview, the big one, you have that red pin, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you put that pin?
That red pin represents the homicide scene right there at Sedgwick and Levi.
Okay, did you put it at the actual intersection of Sedgwick and Levi?
It was based on the GPS coordinates from the reporting officer's location when he took the report. So I think it is right there at that intersection. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So that would have been where the officer was located, not necessarily where Ms. Hoyle's vehicle was located?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Okay. So that pinpoint may not be exactly accurate.
That's right.
Okay. Now, in your zoom ins on Ms. Stewart, this is an area at Neely and Bunnell, right? And in between Neely and Bunnell and Neely and Lorraine?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have her on Neely at one point, it looks like, and on maybe Bunnell on the other?
Yes, ma'am. The device started moving.
Okay, and it's fair to say those top bubbles are on Neely.
Yes, ma'am.
And in the mapping that you did on Mr. Isabelle's phone, we can also see Neely Road in there. If you look, let me make it. You see right on that left edge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But you didn't zoom in on any part of this area for Ms. Tieasia Stewart's presentation.
No, ma'am.
Now I want to talk to you about the accuracy of these pinpoint locations, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now yesterday when we were looking at the presentation, it showed some of these dots on into the river.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it your position that that phone was actually in the Wolf River?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And what can affect the accuracy of these pinpoints?
So anything that can kind of obstruct or attenuate the signals from the GPS satellites to the device can cause discrepancies in accuracy, or not discrepancies, but larger radius of accuracy. So buildings, the phone is under a seat, if it's in a pocket, if the car goes under a tree, there's just anything that would hinder the signals reaching the device decreases the accuracy of that GPS hit.
Does the individual cell phone provider affect the accuracy of GPS in certain locations?
No, ma'am.
It doesn't at all?
No, ma'am.
So the signal will be the same whether it's T-Mobile or AT&T?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, for example, in my old house, I couldn't have a T-Mobile phone because it wouldn't work. Like I'd have a dead spot in my house.
Yes, ma'am.
So, but when I switched to AT&T, I was able to make phone calls. No problem.
Yes, ma'am.
So, even though the signals for the calls were different for the providers, the signal to the satellite would be the same?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, when you were testifying yesterday, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I thought you said that movement can affect accuracy.
Yes, ma'am. It can.
And that's because of all of those intervening forces that you were just talking about, trees, buildings, things like that?
And the satellites are not stationary. So the satellites rise and set kind of like the sun and the moon. So as some satellites come up, some are going down, so you don't have the same number of satellites directly overhead all the time for the device to see, and that affects the accuracy of the GPS hits also.
So the time of day can even affect the accuracy?
I don't know about the time of day. It would just be the movement of the satellites.
Okay, but if the satellites are moving, then they would be at a different place from one time to another?
Yes, they are always moving. They're orbiting the Earth. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so on a single day, the time of day could matter.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
And the availability of satellites in the area that you're in matters.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so now I want to talk to you about some of the direct examination yesterday regarding the earlier in the day. When we were talking about the area of Mart Road. And that's what's up on the screen right now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, Mart Road was the call-out time at 11:51 a.m., right?
Yes, ma'am.
Mart Road is not Levi Road.
That is correct. It is not.
Mart Road is not Sedgwick Road.
It is not. No, ma'am.
Those are two completely different areas,
Yes, ma'am.
separated by a huge forest area.
I'm not sure of the topography, but it is separate, distinct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And this is a zoomed out view of their distance, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said you're not familiar with that area?
I am
at all?
not. No, ma'am.
Is it possible for GPS to have created that line on a map, for GPS to have been so inaccurate that Mr. Isabelle would have actually been traveling on Levi and Sedgwick?
No, ma'am. I think that with the location hits being on that road and not having any kind of outliers, I don't think that it would be on Levi and Sedgwick at all. No, ma'am.
Okay, so that, even with giving accuracy, even with taking accuracy into consideration, that's on Mart Road, that is not on Levi or Sedgwick?
That's correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I would like to talk to you about this slide that you discussed with the state yesterday, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this involves a phone call that was on Ms. Stewart's phone, but not on Mr. Isabelle's phone.
That's correct.
But these calls were between Mr. Isabelle and Ms. Stewart, or
Yes,
at
ma'am.
least between their devices.
Between the devices. Yes, ma'am.
And that's an important clarification, right?
Absolutely.
this is something to where we aren't talking about, you know, this doesn't necessarily equal this, and what you're tracking is that.
Correct, absolutely correct.
So why would a phone call show in one and not the other?
It could have been deleted from one and not from the other.
Okay? And that would have been a phone call to Mr. Isabelle? Based on those numbers from the Stewart?
Can't see the, that pointer's hiding the, can we slide it over? Yes. So that is an outgoing call, yes ma'am.
Okay, so that would have been from Ms. Stewart to Mr. Isabelle at approximately 10:19.
Yes ma'am, from that device to Isabel's device, yes ma'am.
Okay. And these were the calls that you had from Mr. Isabel's phone regarding Ms. Stewart, right?
Yes ma'am.
So those two devices calling each other.
Yes ma'am.
Now, yesterday on Direct, you talked about how the user would have to change the name, right? For that, because there's the same number but two different names?
That is one possibility. Also is the where it's pulling its contact information from. So a contact information can be a collection from many different sources, from Facebook, from user entered, from Instagram, from any other social media, Snapchat. So yes, ma'am.
Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure yesterday you testified that that indicated that the owner changed the ID.
It could be an indication the owner changed the ID. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's a possibility,
Yes, ma'am.
but there are other possibilities.
Absolutely.
And any of those are equally possible.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to talk to you now about data points. I'm going to come out into the well in the corner and we're going to move around a little bit, right? So what are these data points that the GPS is based on?
This is the device seeking its location from GPS satellites.
Okay, and so when you see a pin drop GPS data point, what does that mean?
That means that is where the device has determined its location is based on the information received from the satellites.
Okay, so if you get one data point that puts me here, and the next data point that you get puts me here,
Yes.
that just means that at this moment I was here, and at this moment I was here.
That means the device thinks it was there.
Right.
Yes.
It does not mean that I traveled in a straight line between those two.
That's absolutely correct.
I could have gone all the way around here and still had this data point land here.
And actually, it could mean the device actually didn't move, but the signals that it's receiving could have been reflected, could have been bounced, could have been attenuation, a time change in the amount of time it took that signal to get to that device. So it is basing that on what it perceives the signal response is.
Thank you, that
Yes,
helps.
ma'am. Absolutely.
So while GPS location is helpful, it is not 100% accurate.
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
And while it may be helpful, it does not draw lines between points.
It does not.
So yesterday when you talked about that maps it out exactly, it maps out where that device thinks it was at those exact times.
Yes, ma'am.
It does not map a route necessarily.
No, the software mapped that out. Yes, ma'am.
Now, one moment, please. Your Honor, that's all I have from this witness.
Can you redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. If you don't mind, please.
Oh, I pushed something. I pushed something, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Excuse me.
Keep that firmer.
I warned you, I'm not text happy.
It's a TV.
So sorry.
All right, Special Agent Garner.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Fuchs was asking questions about who you prepared the report for. Let's go back to the first part, the location data of Mr. Brandon Isabelle's phone.
Yes, sir.
You prepared that for Sergeant Boyd. Was that during the course of the investigation?
Yes, sir, it was.
Right around February 2nd, approximately?
Yes, sir.
At that time, were they still trying to figure out where baby Kennedy was?
Yes, sir.
Later on, in preparation for this trial, did the state reach out to you and ask you to look into the phones a little bit more?
Yes, sir.
And then at that point, did you look into areas of the phone and then report back to the state of Tennessee what you found?
Yes, sir, I did.
And you generated that report based on what you found in the phone, correct?
That is correct.
Let's talk about GPS data and the accuracy of it. Now, specifically here, we're looking at GPS data from the phone itself, connecting to the satellites.
Yes, sir.
It's an essential function for the phone to be able to know which towers to connect to, right?
One of the functions, yes, sir.
So this GPS location data is the phone trying to figure out where it is so it knows which towers to talk to, correct?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Fuchs was talking a minute ago about, well, there's a data point here and a data point here, it means that the phone thinks it was in those locations
Yes.
at those specific times.
Yes, it recorded that GPS location and then recorded that GPS location. Yes.
Are the times of the locations important?
Yes.
What's important about the times for each location?
The times are from when the device actually received that signal and recorded it to its log. So that's just, it's keeping track of where it was at what time of day and that.
So if there's a point here and a point here, they're 1 second apart. It's possible, right, that the path of travel could have been not just a straight line, but a curve, right?
Correct.
But we talk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds. If the second time between the two, if the difference in time is 1 second between point A and point B, does it make sense that the route of travel would have been this long squiggly line that I just traced out with my feet?
No, it, like I said, it might not have moved at all.
It might not have moved at all.
Just the GPS signals with the attenuation, the reflection, the bouncing, the device could be stand still and record a different hit.
But the timing of the points is what's important.
Yes.
And if there's a cluster of a point here, a point here, a point here, and another over here, all within a 5-second period of time, does it make sense that the phone at some point in time was during that 5-second window in this general location versus, say, Cordova, Memphis, Tennessee?
That's correct.
So the time and the cluster of points indicate during that time where the phone may have been.
Yes.
It could have been in that area where all the points were.
Yes.
So when looking at location data, determining where a phone is, it's important to look at the clustering and the time period, correct?
Yes.
So if you have a clustering of points, say on Mart Road, following the outline of Mart Road, is that a good indicator as demonstrated earlier in the PowerPoint, that the phone was along Mart Road at those times.
That is correct, yes. It's a good indicator, yes.
It would indicate that it was there in Say, as opposed to Cordova, Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
Now let's go back to our Tieasia Stewart's location data. Ms. Fuchs was asking about where her location data was clustered. And here you've actually played it out by times instead of just dots, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the largest cluster of dots there within the red circle, that's on Stacy Road, correct?
Yes, sir.
There is one showing at 9:40 on Bunnell, correct?
Yes.
And then there's one showing at 10:03:06 p.m. over there, kind of around Howard.
Yes.
And then 10:03:42 at Neely. And there's a good little cluster right there, Neely, south of Lorraine Road.
Yes, sir.
But the vast majority of that cluster is showing there at an address on Stacy, correct?
Correct.
And then progressing with time towards Neely.
Yes.
And that is 10:03 approximately,
Yes.
correct? And as we look at the map, it proceeds down in time from 10:03 to 10:58 p.m. all the way up to an address on North 2nd Street, correct?
On this slide, it was 10:03 to 10:28.
Excuse me, 10:03 p.m. to 10:28 p.m.
Yes, sir.
The whole time, the dots are moving along the roadway, correct?
That's correct.
Did you find a cluster of pink dots at Levi and Sedgwick
I did not.
for Tieasia Stewart's phone?
No, I did not.
Did it drive down Neely?
Objection to speculation?
Did the phone, excuse me,
For what purpose? Are you withdrawing?
well, I guess,
Rephrasing?
Your Honor, it doesn't call on speculation. I'm asking him to state based on the data that he used to make this map showing it going down Neely. He plotted those based on time, and he could testify to the time at which the dots moved, the data points moved along the road.
For the device, yes.
For the device?
For the device. Sustain the objection for the device specified.
Yes, sir. For Tieasia Stewart's device, did it continue moving along Neely Road as it traversed from Stacy Street to North 2nd Street?
It did, yes.
And that's between 10:03 p.m. and 10:28 p.m. on the 1st.
The 10:03 to 10:28 is actually from that address on Stacy to the address on North 2nd. So it actually includes all of the dots that's in that graph, sir.
And it didn't turn off on Levi.
No, it did not.
Now, going back to the slides regarding the call logs between Tieasia Stewart and the defendant. The names change, correct,
Yes.
for Tieasia Stewart in the defendant's phone. Does the phone number stay the same each time though?
It does, yes.
So does that indicate to you that Brandon Isabel's phone is calling Tieasia Stewart's phone at those times?
Yes.
Now, going back to the locations of Brandon Isabel's phone. Brandon Isabel's phone appears on Levi Road near the intersection of Levi and Sedgwick, the area where Danielle Hoyle was found shot to death. at 9:02 p.m. to 9:17 p.m. on February 1st of 2022, correct?
That is correct.
It also shows going to that same area earlier on Mark Road, earlier in the day, correct?
That is correct.
From 11:48 a.m. to 11:55 a.m., correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
And to get there to Mark Road, it came from the Levant Surgery Center out east of Poplar and State, right?
Yes, sir.
It just drove straight down to the phone went straight down to Mark Road?
No, it did not.
Can you describe the path of travel that you recall it taking?
The device left the surgery center, traveled east on Poplar, and then turned northbound on Germantown, then went westbound, made a left onto Walnut Road, and took Walnut Road to Interstate 240, and then went southbound 240 towards Mark Road.
This slide here.
Yes, sir.
So
So it didn't go down to Germantown, it went up Farm Road. Poplar to Farm Road to Humphreys to Germantown, north on Germantown, then made a left onto Walnut Road, where it then went back to Interstate 240 headed southbound.
once it got to Mark Road, it was there for a few minutes, correct?
Yes,
And then turned around and drove to 8072 Lbury, correct?
yes, sir.
And that was earlier in the day of February 1st, 2022, from on the scene of Mark Road from 11:48 a.m. to 11:55 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Brandon Isabel's phone also showed up on Mud Island on the evening of February 1st of 2022, correct?
That's correct.
From 10:59 p.m. to 11:27 p.m.
Yes, sir.
It also showed near the area of the boat ramp at 11:20 p.m.
That's correct.
It also showed the phone at the Walgreens at Raines and Elvis Presley Boulevard from 11:51 p.m. on February 1st of 2022 until 12:11 a.m. on February 2nd of 2022, correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
It also showed the phone at the Walmart on Elvis Presley Boulevard from 12:15 a.m. on the 2nd to 12:17 a.m. on the 2nd, correct?
Correct.
And it shows it arriving at the house on Stacy Road at 12:21 a.m. on the 2nd to 12:23 a.m.
Yes.
Now, Brandon Isabel's phone also appears to go to 8072 Lbury numerous times during the course of February 1st and February 2nd, correct?
That is correct.
Specifically, it arrives on February 1st at 8072 Lbury at 8:05 p.m., correct?
Don't recall if we can pull it up so we can refresh.
Sure. Or leaving, excuse me, leaving Lbury at 8:05 p.m.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
It also shows the Brandon Isabel's phone arriving back at Lbury at 10:24 p.m., correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
And then it shows the defendant's phone leaving that location again at 10:30 p.m., correct?
Yes, sir.
At 8072 Lbury.
Yes, sir.
State will pass witness.
I'll be careful. store mapping on Mr. Isabelle's phone showed him at Levi and Sedgwick between 9:02 p.m. and 9:17 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
And yet, when the state asked you to map Artesia Stewart's location, they asked you to start at 9:30 p.m.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Now, I want to ask you about something Mr. Steele said about arriving at and leaving. Can you tell when someone arrived based on their data points?
No, ma'am.
Can you tell when someone left based on their data points?
No, ma'am.
You can just tell where they are at that exact time.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, would putting your phone in airplane mode affect whether you get data points?
No, ma'am.
Would turning your phone off affect whether you get data points?
Turn it off. Yes, ma'am.
So there are ways to stop data points from coming.
Absolutely.
That's all I have.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please call your next witness.
The state called Tieasia Ashton.
Ms. Ashton, come forward. Come forward, watch your step. Stand right here, face your arm, raise your right hand.
Good morning. Good morning. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Please have a seat, watch your step. I will need you to speak up for the benefit of Madam Court Reporter here.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
If you could state your name and spell it for the jury and the court, please.
Tieasia Ashton, Tieasia Ashton,
And where do you work?
Walgreens, at 4154 Elvis Presley.
Where you went before Elvis Presley, and were you working there back on February 1st, 2022?
Yes,
And your job there, were you a manager as well?
yes, sir.
Did the police visit the store at some point on February 2nd?
Yes, sir.
And do you remember what they asked you to do?
Verify some information on the receipt that had showed.
And they were looking for video, is that correct? Did they give you some parameters or some things to look for in video?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They wanted to know, they showed me a receipt and they wanted to know what the items were on the receipt. And if I can pull the video of the person that purchased those items and if I can verify what those items were.
Okay. And were you able to find some video of the person parking and then coming into the store?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to pass forward to the judge a USB drive. You can take a look at that and let us know if that is the USB drive that has video on it.
Yes, sir. With my
How do you know?
initials.
Your initials?
My initials.
No, if we could have that marked as Exhibit 121.
No objection.
All right, Exhibit 121, Walgreen surveillance videos. Envelope, you want to pass over?
Judge, if we get permission
Go ahead, please. To publish?
to...
Go ahead, please.
Before we start, I would ask you, this video we're about to see, is this a spliced together video of all the different cameras at your store?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Also, before we play it, there's some times where we sped up the video?
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? Okay. You see the time there?
Mm-hmm.
It's at 11:50?
Yes. And that's the parking lot on the Elvis Presley side of the store. And that's the rain side of the store.
Is that the white sedan?
Why is it that's parking? Yes.
This is one of the places where we sped it up a little bit, correct?
Yes.
door opening?
Yes, sir. The person now exiting the store, the car.
You see a person walking from the car?
Yes, sir. That's that person entering the store now.
Okay. Now, sped it up again, correct?
Yes, sir.
Time do we have now?
11:57.
Right, for the
That's the-
deposit, right there, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's the person that exited the car.
Okay, and those are the purchases that they asked you to
Verify. Yes, sir.
verify? I'm gonna hand you, what has previously been marked as exhibit 111.
This is the receipt that they asked me to verify the items on the receipt.
Okay.
To match the purchase that was on
Okay.
video.
And I'm gonna hand you what has previously been marked as, let's do them in order, here's 112.
Here, I'm gonna object to her identifying the items. The jury can see what's on the video. She wasn't present to see in person what it was.
No, she's the store manager, she's reviewed the items. She knows what the items are that are on the receipt that she got for the police. She's just confirming what we're seeing here on the video.
Overruled.
Yes, this is the plush bear.
That's also indicated.
That's also on this receipt.
Okay. I'm gonna hand then exhibit 113. Be careful with that, it's dried out a little bit.
This is the Valentine Rose that was in the video and also on this receipt.
That's a Valentine's Rose.
Yes.
And I'm gonna also then hand exhibit 114.
This is the Hallmark card that was purchased from the receipt and verified.
Okay, and all that writing wasn't on it when it was purchased, correct?
No.
Okay. We could start the video again. He's got some other items there as well, is that correct?
Yes,
What
a
are the-
6-pack of Sprite
Okay,
and some Trolley candy.
okay. While we're watching this, does the receipt have a time on it?
Yes, sir, 11:59 p.m.
Okay. So it's like the purchaser of the items is headed back to the white sedan?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ashton, we sped it up here again, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that was about what time?
Midnight.
Midnight? So now it's 12:01, correct?
Yes,
The car's still there?
yes,
Now it's 12:02, almost 12:03, correct?
yes,
The car's still there?
yes,
12:04,
yes,
car's still there. It's 12:06 a.m., February 2nd,
yes,
2022.
yes,
The car's still sitting there?
yes.
And we move back to normal time. What do we see?
The car leaving around
What time is it? 12:11? Where's he going here? What part of the store is that?
That's the Elvis Presley side of the store.
Okay. I'm gonna hand forward one other photograph. If you could take a look at that and let us know if you recognize what that is.
Looks like a sky view of the top of the store.
Is that, okay, so okay. Garner, could we have that marked as the next numbered exhibit? I think it's 122. Permission to publish that?
Go ahead, please.
Blow that up a little bit. My pointer has not been doing well this week. So if you could, maybe I could get up there and kind of point toward when the car first comes in and out, when we see it coming in and then leaving, is it on this right side of the building over here with a larger parking lot?
Yes, on the Elvis Presley side.
And when it backs in and parks, is it,
Parking on the right side.
is there any way you can drag that over to the? Okay. We used to, like a long time ago, we used to have these sticks that we point stuff with, but, oh, look at that. It's like from the 60s.
You're welcome.
So when the car first comes in, right, the lights it in, is it coming in this way?
Yes,
Okay, and then it parks right here, correct?
yes,
Or am I wrong about that?
that's correct.
That's correct. And then when it leaves, it goes back out this way
Yes,
and onto, and this street right here is what?
Elvis Presley.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Ashton. No further questions.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Ms. Ashton, you watched the video, right?
Yes,
You saw the person at the register pay cash, never scanned a card, and the cashier never entered a phone number. And you can look at the receipt and see it says, if you had used your rewards card, you could have saved money today. Does that indicate that no reward card was used?
yes.
That's all I have.
Very good, Judge.
Thank you. You may step down. Please call your next witness.
In our state calls Officer McKinnie.
Officer McKinney, come forward. Watch your step. Stand right here, face your honor, raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Please have a seat and watch your step.
morning, sir.
Good morning.
Can you please state your name for the court and spell it for the jury and the court clerk?
It's Cornell McKinnie. It's Cornell. Last name is McKinney, McKinnie.
Thank you, sir. Where do you work?
Memphis Police Department.
Were you assigned to the Memphis Police? Well, how long have you worked at the Memphis Police Department?
17 years.
Were you assigned to, were you working at the Memphis Police Department back on February 2nd of 2022?
Yes, sir.
Did you receive an assignment to get some video back on that day?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember where you were looking for video from?
The Walmart at 5255 Elvis Presley.
5255 Elvis Presley?
Yes, sir.
Did you get some things to look for, within the video at a time?
Yes, sir.
What were those things?
It was supposed to be a white four-door sedan that's supposed to come on the lot of the Walmart and went to the rear of the business.
Okay. And was this after midnight that it was supposed to come on the lot?
Correct.
Did you go to the Walmart on Elvis Presley?
I did.
And did they have a security system with video?
They did.
They recorded video? And were you able to find some video of the white sedan coming on the parking lot at the Walmart?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna, if I can hand forward another USB drive. Flash drive. Do you recognize that?
Yes, sir.
Is that the flash drive with the video that you got from the Walmart at 5255 Elvis Presley?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, if we could have that marked as Exhibit 123.
Okay, I've got an envelope marked Walmart surveillance videos with 2 sets of initials. With one being CM.
Yes.
Thank you.
Matter of permission to publish the video.
Go ahead, please.
Now, what are we looking at here?
It's the video of the Walmart parking lot with the white four-door sedan that entered onto the lot. This slide here, that's when it was approaching going to the rear of the business.
Okay.
That's the side view, that's the north side of the Walmart. Makes a left turn to, now it's at the rear of the business.
This camera not quite as good. These are different cameras spliced together, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That is currently the west side, which is the rear of the Walmart. It's traveling southbound in the rear of the business.
Is it on the back side of the business?
Correct. That's the
It's still
video.
stopping here, correct?
Correct. And it's still facing southbound in the rear of the business.
All right. There's some dumpsters this next to it.
Correct.
You see someone exit the vehicle.
Correct. There's a figure exit.
And they get back in, correct?
Correct. Now it is traveling eastbound. That's going to be on the south side of the Walmart business. It's now making a left turn and it's now it's going to make a U-turn and it goes right back behind the business the way it came.
Okay.
It's now going northbound behind the rear of the business.
Is that the place that stopped before by the dumpsters?
Correct. Now it's heading northbound where it stopped at.
Okay. Someone exits,
Yes.
puts the thing down.
It puts an unknown object down.
Where we headed now, we're still at the
That's
back.
now, yes, now going, traveling northbound in the rear of the Walmart business. It's continuing, that is the entry exit of the Walmart, which comes out on Holmes.
Okay, is that a different exit than the entrance?
Correct, it is.
Okay.
And it leaves out going westbound on Holmes.
Okay. So I'm going to fast forward a photograph. You recognize that photograph?
Yes, sir, I do.
The aerial view of the Walmart at
Correct.
5255 Elvis Presley.
Correct.
And if we could have that marked as exhibit 124. Quick publish test.
Go ahead, please.
I'm going to hand you this laser pointer. It should not be in my hands. You see, I think you just have to point this, press this top button. It should be a red laser pointer. All right, Officer McKinney, if you could, with that laser, sort of show us the route that we just saw the white sedan take.
All right. Say press this top button.
The top button, yeah. And you have to point it directly at the TV. It won't point at anything. There you go. Okay.
All right, so it came southbound Holmes, it entered the lot right here. Came through, this is the front of the Walmart. It came through the north side of the Walmart to the rear. Stopped somewhere along right here, I believe. And it continued here. This is where it made the U-turn. It came back around. When it came northbound behind the Walmart, then it went westbound, East Holmes right here.
Okay. And this is all, and those yellow shades, are those all video camera ranges on the
Yes.
on the building?
Yeah.
And this was all after midnight on February 2nd,
Correct.
2022.
Correct.
Thank you, sir. No further questions.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer McKinney, the video that we just watched, there was no date or time stamp on that, right?
Correct.
And through none of the footage could you actually see into the car.
Correct.
And there's not a clear photo of the license plate of the car.
Correct.
And this was just the video you were told to go collect of a white sedan in that area.
Correct.
That's all I have.
But it was a white sedan, right?
It was, yes.
And did you see a figure get out of that white sedan after midnight on February 2nd and drop something next to a dumpster back there?
Correct.
Okay. No further questions, sir.
Anybody?
Thank you, sir. You may step down. Please call your next witness.
State calls Officer Walker.
Officer Walker, come forward. Watch your step. Stand right here, face your honor, raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Please have a seat.
Would you please state and spell your name for the jury?
Lee Walker, L-E-E-W-A-L-K-E-R.
And where are you employed?
Memphis Police Department.
And how long have you been with MPD?
31 years.
Where are you currently assigned?
Crime scene, Bravo shift.
And remind us, what is Bravo shift?
It's the day shift from 06:45 to 14:45.
Now, Officer Walker, how long have you been with crime scene?
16 years.
So is it fair to say you were in crime scene back on February 2nd of 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, were you called out to 5255 Elvis Presley?
On that day, yes.
And what is at that location?
Walmart.
And when you why were you there?
At the request of the scene officers of the range station, also of the homicide division, to collect evidence.
And at some point in time, did you get information that this was regarding a missing baby?
Yes, I did.
Now, as part of your duties, the crime scene, do you take photographs?
Yes.
And did you do that in this case?
Yes, I did.
I'm going to hand you a stack of seven photographs. See if you recognize them.
Yes.
Are those photographs that you took at the Walmart on Elvis Presley on February 2nd of 2022?
Yes, they are.
Your Honor, I'd ask that those be the next exhibits numbered sequentially 125 through 131. Officer Walker, can you describe what we're seeing here?
That's a photograph of the camera system that's on the southwest corner of the Walmart building,
And are we talking about the back side of the Walmart?
backside.
Sorry, skipped one there. Okay, and what are we seeing in this photograph?
That's just a pullback shot of the same camera system.
And just
And that's the front of my work van.
Okay, and just for the record, we're looking at Exhibit 126, going to 127. What are we seeing here?
That's the actual backside of the Walmart, but there's a cluster of cameras above one of the doors that I was showing that there were cameras positioned throughout the backside of the building.
Is that one right there?
That's one of them, but down a little farther, right there.
Right there?
Yes.
And that's another camera?
There's several cameras.
Okay. And then looking at Exhibit 128, what are we seeing here?
Those are the dumpsters that are back there on the backside of the building. Also under the plastic bag was the car seat that the officers recovered. And also in the far distance, you can see the elementary school that is back there. They also have camera systems on them.
Okay. And was that plastic placed on the car seat to protect it?
Yes, because it was raining prior to my arrival.
Now, looking at 129, what are we seeing in this photograph?
That's a close-up of the car seat that's covered.
Now I'm going to show you what's previously been entered as Exhibit 15. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes, that's the back of my van with the car seat placed in it.
All right. And did you take that photograph?
Yes, it did.
And Exhibit 130, what are we seing here?
That is one of the items that was inside the car seat when I covered it from the plastic.
And Exhibit 131.
That's the cover to the car seat that was up under the plastic when we recovered it.
Now, Officer Walker, along with taking photographs as part of your job to collect physical evidence.
Correct.
And did you do that in this case?
Yes, it did.
I'm going to hand you an item. And if you would take a look inside of that package. unwrap that. Do you recognize that item?
Yes, it is.
Is that the car seat that you collected at the Walmart on February 2nd, 2022?
Yes, it is.
All right, I ask that that be the next exhibit. And Officer Walker, did you collect some additional items?
Yes, I did.
I'm going to hand you 3 envelopes, and if you would take a look and see if you recognize those items.
Yes.
Can you start with that first envelope?
Okay. First one says pacifier. And the reason why I know is because anything that I tag in, there's a description of the item, and I put my initials and my work employee number on it to verify that that's what I'm submitting.
And when you collect those items, do you actually then transport those to the Memphis Police Department property room?
Yes, I do.
Your Honor, I'd ask that the pacifier be the next exhibit. And what is the next envelope?
It says here, pink and white baby mitten, which has my initials and my IBM employee number.
And did you collect that item at the Walmart on February 2nd of 2022?
Yes, I did.
Your Honor, I'd ask that that be the next exhibit.
All right, for those keeping count, we are at exhibit 134 with pink and white baby mitten. Thank you.
And Officer Walker, that last item, do you recognize that?
Yes, it says pink and white baby blanket. It has my initials and my employee IBM number.
And did you also collect that item from the Walmart on February 2nd, 2022?
As soon as I open it up, I'll tell you. But I did place it in this paper bag.
And is that, in fact, the pink blanket that you photographed and collected that day?
Yes, it is.
All right, ask that that be the next exhibit.
Officer Walker sat down and published those items for the jury. Hearing no objection. Go ahead, please, ma'am.
This is where, whenever I enter any item into evidence, I'll place my IBM number and my initials on these items to verify that later on when I come to court, if I have to come to court, that it shows that I personally did this myself. This one is the mitten that I recovered from a car seat that day. And this was the blanket that was on the car seat. The day that I was tasked to collect these items. The initials, the IBM employee number, and this was the pacifier that I collected that day. You want me to do the seat also?
Yes.
Okay. This is the cover that was over it, which was plastic that was over that, and this is the car seat that I recovered the day that I was tasked to make the scene at Walmart.
If you all please start. Stand up straight. What I'm gonna do. This seems to be a good breaking point. Or at least somebody asked for one. Let's not discuss anything we've seen or heard today.
You know, back from the.
I'll see you in a bit. Or after lunch. And just don't overdo it at lunch, okay? Just don't overdo it. I need you focused and locked in. It's Saturday, come on. Recess.
What's that for recess?
Gentle reminder, if you need to stand up, feel free to do so. You are not confined to that chair. You will not offend anyone. You are able to stretch. I took the liberty of getting some sports information for you. So apparently there's this team called like the Vols, and they're going to be playing at 3:15 with Mississippi State. I'm told that that's in Starkville. Don't know. And then there's a University of Memphis versus Florida Atlantic at 6. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody sent that to me. I can't take credit. I don't know what any of that means. So my goal is to at least let y'all go see one of those sports, okay? That's my goal. Go see one of those sports. State of Tennessee.
Your own state of Tennessee calls Officer Keith Crosby.
I'll just step this way, stand on the sill, face the judge, raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Please have a seat. Watch your step. And I need you to speak up and benefit the Mountain Court reporter. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Would you please state your name and spell it for the jury?
Keith Crosby. Keithcrosby.
And Officer Crosby, you don't have to speak directly into the microphone. If as long as it's in the area, it's picking up, it's for the court reporter. Officer Crosby, where do you work?
Memphis Police Department, Apple Farms Station.
How long have you been with the Memphis Police Department?
Approximately 21 years.
And what's your current job duty assignment?
Patrol officer.
What's a patrol officer do?
Patrol officer ride the neighborhoods, get dispatch calls throughout the community for assistance, whatever may need it.
So when someone calls, say for the police, emergency or non-emergency, are patrol officers the one who go out to the scene and figure out what's going on?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to direct your attention back to February 2nd, 2022. Were you working with MPD then?
I was.
Where were you assigned to?
Apple Farm Station.
And what was your job duty capacity?
A patrol officer, answer calls and dispatch, and traffic violation.
What shift were you working at that time?
It's the midnight shift called the after shift.
Were you dispatched out to 8702 Lbury?
Yes, I was.
Is that here in Memphis, Shelby County, Tennessee?
Yes.
Were you dispatched out there around 1:35-ish in the morning?
I was.
Do you recall what was the nature of the call, the reason for the call out?
The call was, I believe the parents called about threatening phone calls to their son.
Did you make the scene there, 8702 Lbury?
Yes, I did.
You're requesting permission to pass a photograph of the witness?
Go ahead, please.
Officer Crosby, I passed you a photograph. Do you recognize that photograph?
I do.
What is it?
It's the photograph of the car, my car parked in the driveway of the house on Lbury Cove.
So is that 8702 Lbury that you responded to?
It is.
Your Honor, this time I ask that it be marked as exhibit number 136. Requesting permission to publish once marked.
Yes, sir.
Up on the TV screen, is that exhibit 136 a photograph of Lbury residence?
Yes, this is the house, and this is my patrol figure when I signed the African Farm Patrol, so yeah, 8623.
So you said 8623. How can you tell that is the patrol vehicle you were driving?
Because it was assigned to me when I was out there at the station. I drove it for a couple of years.
Is there a number on it somewhere?
Yes, right here. You can see it. It's 8623, and it's at the top.
Now, this photograph appears to be taken after daylight, correct? Or during daylight hours?
Yes, sir.
When you responded there, was it still nighttime?
Yes, it was approximately 1:30 in the morning.
Okay. But you were on the scene there for a while?
Several hours, yes.
Going back to once you arrived there at 8702 Lbury, what did you do?
Once I arrived, I walked up to the door. Right here, and you can't really see because of the garage. But I walked to the door, and Brandon opened the door. Well, somebody opened the door, and I encountered Brandon and his parents and a female teacher.
So there are 4 people there at the residence?
Yes.
Brandon, is that Brandon Isabelle?
Yes, it is.
Do you see him in the courtroom today?
I do.
Could you please point him out and identify him by something he's wearing?
With the glasses and the blue shirt on.
This time, ask the record reflect that witnesses identify the defendant.
Yes, sir.
What happened? Well, let me back up first. Were you able to determine who's the one who would call for police?
One of his parents had called. I believe it was his mom, and it was concerned because he was receiving threatening phone calls.
You mentioned
Messages.
You mentioned that you made contact with Brandon Isabelle.
Yes.
Describe that contact. How did it start?
It was verbal, and he was explaining to me and my partner that he was receiving threatening phone calls and messages from the family members, the brothers of his ex-girlfriend at the time.
Is that Danielle Hoyle?
Yes.
The ex-girlfriend you're referring to?
Right.
When he was talking about receiving threatening messages and phone calls, did he have a phone with him?
Yeah, he had a cell phone with him. He actually handed it to me and let me see it. I can't recall exactly what the message had said. So at that time, I told my partner
because we had conversed a little bit, and from what he was saying to me, I was like, something a bit off here. So I told my partner that I would be back. So
You mentioned that something was a little off. What made you feel that way?
the way he was explaining the story to me, and the female was missing, and he had told me they had found her car. So I was gonna go make a phone call to communications,
In communications, who's that?
the dispatcher.
So did you then go make a phone call to communications?
Yes, but before I made the phone call, I asked him what was her name, last name, and my partner, he tried to pull it up. So we couldn't pull it up, so we knew that maybe the spelling or something might have been off.
And her
So-
name, is that Danielle Hoyle?
Yes.
What did you do next after you realized the spelling may have been off and you couldn't get it pulled up in y'all's, is it your PDAs?
Yes, so I was about right here, my partner was up here. So I walked back down to my patrol vehicle somewhere in this area. But at the time, it was like dark because it was no light. The lighting were out in this area. So as I opened my car door up, something had startled me and I turned around. So when I turned around, it was an older gentleman. And he said to me, he said, I want to know what my daughter is.
Whoa, pause. When she objects, we stop talking. Give me a
Okay, I
second.
didn't hear her.
Objection to hearsay?
Your Honor, if I may lay a foundation first and then revisit the objection.
Okay. So for now, I'm going to sustain the objection
Yes, Your
while you
Honor.
try to cure and lay your foundation
Yes,
for
Your
the
Honor.
next series of questions.
Yes, Your Honor, absolutely.
Go ahead. Thank you, sir.
Officer Crosby, you mentioned that a male approached you. Can you
Yes,
describe what that male looked like?
he was an older gentleman. He was taller than me, and his hair was kind of thick. And
What was his demeanor?
shocked. He had tears in his eyes when I saw him. So when I told him to step back, I noticed it was like several other people with him, and that's when he informed me that he was looking for his daughter. So I told him, I said, "Hey, step back. I just got here. I'm trying to find out what's going on." So when I learned that information, I said, "Well, give me her name and date of birth." So
Were you able to obtain a name and date of birth for the person that they were looking for?
yes, from him and a lady that may have been her mom, from both of them.
Whose name did you learn that they were looking for?
Miss Hoyle.
What did you do next?
So after I got that information, I told them just hold on. I walked off and I called communications, and I asked the dispatcher. I said, "Hey, is anybody working a missing person case or anything in the city with Miss Hoyle?" I gave her the name and date of birth, and I could hear her in the background typing, and she was like,
Objection to hearsay.
And she was like,
He was about to say what his dispatch had told him.
you can't testify about what someone told you
Okay,
without us getting a stream of objections.
okay.
Without saying, may I continue, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
Please.
Without saying,
Sustain, please. Go ahead.
without saying what was said to you,
Mhm.
did you have a conversation with the communications person?
I did. So after I learned
So after talking with the communications person, what did you come to understand the situation to be?
it was very serious in nature, so I had the dispatcher to start me some more calls, and those family members on scene, I had got them out of there.
Did you learn this, whether there was an ongoing investigation involving Danielle Hoyle?
I did.
What was the nature of that investigation?
A homicide.
Specifically, were there any particular factors surrounding that homicide that you learned?
Yes.
Moving forward, what did you do next after you learned that there was an active homicide investigation?
I informed my supervisor and told him what I had. So he called the Federal Response Bureau, and that's when he had learned that they was looking for Mr. Brandon.
What did you do after learning that Mr. Brandon, Isabelle, was potentially a person of interest at this point? Is that correct, fair to say?
Yes, at that time, Brandon was taken to the patrol vehicle and detained, and he had a cell phone with him, which we separated and put it in the front of the car.
Why do you do that? Why do you separate a person from their cell phone before you put them in the back of the vehicle?
Well, it's for several reasons. One is to preserve evidence, or you don't want to make any contact, call anybody, things of that nature.
What's the concern with them calling anybody?
You can call, get a story together, or you can call somebody, come harm somebody. It's both safety and preserve.
You mentioned there were also some other people on the scene.
Yes.
Was anybody else detained at that time?
Yes, a young lady that was with him, Ariel.
Tieasia Stewart?
Yes, Tieasia.
Did she have a phone on her as well?
Yes, she also had a phone, and she was detained and put in the other patrol vehicle, and also her phone was separated from her.
So both Brandon Isabelle and Tieasia Stewart at that point were in separate vehicles?
Yes.
And both had their phones separated from them?
Yes.
Where did y'all put the phones?
In the front of the patrol car, on the inside.
And in the patrol car, is there any type of barrier that prevents someone in the back getting
yes,
to the front?
Yes, the partition that separate the passengers from the rear.
Like what you would typically think of in a patrol vehicle?
Yes, the cage.
After that, did you stay on the scene for longer?
Yes, still with daylight.
Did you have any more communications or interaction, without talking about what anybody said, did you have any more interactions with Brandon Isabel's parents?
I did.
At some point in time, did you come to find out that there were Ring cameras at the residence? How did you come to find out there were Ring cameras?
His mom, she was briefly talking about it, and she volunteered to let me look at it. She had handed me the phone, and I scrubbed through the phone for maybe about 20 minutes or so.
Did you see where the Ring cameras were located?
Yes, one on the front door and one near the garage, right in here in this area, and the other on the front door.
So you mentioned you spoke with them and they gave you verbal consent to look at the cameras on their phone?
Yes.
Did you then look at the cameras on their phone?
I did.
About how long do you think you spent going through the Ring camera footage?
20 minutes or more.
Specifically, what day were you looking at?
That day and the day before.
February 1st and 2nd of 2022?
Yes.
While you were looking through that Ring camera footage, did you notice anything of interest to you?
Yes, I did.
You are requesting permission to approach past the witness and envelope with a flash drive.
Go ahead, please.
Officer Crosby, I passed you an envelope. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
What is it?
It's the flash drive to the video to 8702 Blackberry.
Is that the Ring camera video?
Yes, it is.
How do you recognize that?
This is my writing on the front of it. Okay. In my initials.
What's inside there?
The flash drive.
Can you open it up and take a look, please? Do you recognize that flash drive?
Yes, it is my initials on this side.
Did you watch the videos on that flash drive?
I did.
Are they a fair and accurate depiction of the video that you reviewed on the Ring camera footage from that night?
Yes.
On the phones of Brandon Isabel's parents?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this time asked that be marked as Exhibit 137. Requesting permission to pass another photograph to the witness. Officer Crosby, I passed you a photograph. Do you recognize that photograph?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's a photograph of Brandon coming home.
Is that a still frame photograph from the Ring footage?
It is.
Is it a fair and accurate depiction of a single frame from that video?
It is.
Here this time it has to be marked as Exhibit 138. And then I'll have one more thing to pass to the witness. Officer Crosby, I passed you a collection of 2 photographs. Do you recognize them?
Yes, these are both still shots from the video.
And is that still shot from the video at 10:29 p.m.?
Yes, it is.
And is that a fair and accurate depiction of the single frames from that video of that time?
Yes.
Here, this time I asked about it be marked as collective exhibit 139, 2 photographs. And then you're going to be requesting permission to publish the previously
Go ahead, please.
entered items. Officer Crosby, what's occurring in this video?
This video was Brandon coming home, I believe, at 10:24 p.m. when he exited the vehicle.
And moving on to the next one, I'm sorry, was that at 7:58 p.m.? Was that 7:58 p.m., this video? Is there a timestamp in the bottom right-hand corner?
Yes.
Can you read it from there?
I can't read it from here.
You're requesting permission for the witness to step down to get
Would you like to
closer.
get closer, sir?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
What's the timestamp on that video?
Oh, it's 19:59 hours,
So converting that into regular 12 hours, what's that?
7:59 p.m.
Go to the second video. This is a video at 8:05 p.m.
Yes.
Now, going back to the very beginning, what do you see in the very top right quarter of the video?
You can see the white vehicle that Brandon was in leaving the residence.
So in the previous video at 7:58, he was arriving at the residence, correct?
Right.
And in this video at 8:05 p.m., he's pulling off.
Yes.
Now going to the third video. This one's at 10:24 p.m., correct?
Yes, it is.
And who's that getting out of the vehicle?
It's Brandon getting out of the vehicle,
Where's he going?
back inside the residence.
Now, going back, well, we'll let the video play through. now publishing Exhibit 138. Is this the still shot from the video that we just watched?
Yes.
And what do we see in this still shot?
Brandon appeared to be exiting the vehicle.
And this is at 10:24 p.m., correct?
Correct.
On February 1st, 2022.
Yes.
What is he wearing?
He's wearing an athletic top, navy blue and dark blue, some type of dark athletic pants, and black and white slides, commonly known as Adidas. That's their signature.
How do you recognize them as possibly being Adidas slides?
My son he wear those all the time.
Moving forward to the fourth video on the flash drive. Start at the beginning. Is this the video from 10:29 p.m.?
Yes.
On February 1st, 2022?
Yes.
What are we seeing here?
Brandon returning to the vehicle.
What's different,
I noticed
if anything?
this time you can see a white shirt, then the navy blue athletic top. Appear to be the same pants. He's carrying a blue bag this time. And also this time he's not wearing slides, he's wearing some color Crocs.
What's he doing now?
Getting into the vehicle, getting ready to leave.
What's going on now?
He's bagging out the driveway, leaving.
Now, putting on the screen was Collective Exhibit 139. This is photograph 1 of the Collective Exhibit. What are we seeing in this photograph?
This was Brandon returning a couple minutes later. Like I said, he doesn't have the athletic top on this time. White shirt. He's carrying a blue bag. Appear to have the same pants on, but this time a different type of shoes, which are coming the Crocs.
And what about this photograph, the second photograph in Collective Exhibit 139?
He's getting ready to get into the vehicle.
Now, when you saw Brandon Isabelle in the early morning hours of February 2nd, 2022, what was he wearing to your recollection?
He was wearing a white shirt, and I believe those dark pants, but I can't remember the shoes.
But the shirt, you do remember he was wearing a white shirt?
Yes.
So best witness.
No questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may step down.
Call Lieutenant Jennifer Robinson.
Lieutenant Robinson, come forward. Watch your step. Stand right here, face down, raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Please have a seat and watch your step.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant.
Good afternoon.
You could please state your name and spell it for the court reporter and the
Jennifer Robinson, Jennifer, Robinson.
Are you captain now?
No, I'm lieutenant.
Lieutenant, okay. You work at Memphis Police Department, correct?
Yes, sir.
How long have you worked there?
28 and a half years.
What were your what's your assignment now?
Now I'm back in uniform patrol over one of the midnight shifts at the front station, which is
Okay.
in Midtown.
What time did you get off work last night?
But last night I didn't have to go to work. Tonight I go in
Okay.
at 9 p.m.
What were you assigned to back on February 2nd of 2022?
Back then I worked in homicide.
Okay. How long have you been working in homicide back then?
What year did you say?
2022, February 2nd.
Okay, I went there April of 2021.
Okay. Did you get, do you remember getting a call to perform some tasks on a homicide involving Danielle Hoyle and Kennedy Hoyle as victims?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we talked a little bit, you went out to a couple places to retrieve some video, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember where that was specifically?
Well, the first place I went to was Mr. Isabelle's parents' house
Okay.
in Cordova.
And
And then,
you just-
I'm sorry.
No, you did.
And then later we went to a Walgreens here in Memphis.
And you helped retrieve, we've seen video from both those locations. Were you assisting in retrieving that video and reviewing it?
Yes, sir.
But what I really want to talk to you about was what you were doing back here where's the homicide office?
Oh, 170 North Main.
Okay. Tell the jury about what was going on February 2nd at 170 North Main as it pertains to the investigation of the homicides.
Well, once Mr. Isabelle was taken from his parents' house down to the office at 170 North Main, two of my partners went in and started interviewing him regarding the incident that had taken place. So I was doing various tasks at my desk while they were doing the interview.
As they're interviewing him, are they asking you to do things, confirm things, or that sort of stuff?
Well, yes, it's more of an interactive, and when they receive information, they'll relay it to us so that we can assist in progressing the investigation forward.
And as you recall, what was one of the main things that you guys were concerned about when you were at 170 investigating this case?
Finding the baby.
Okay. Did at some point you get some information, you and your team, get some information about where the baby might be?
Yes, we were told that he took the baby in the car seat and placed it down by the river.
Okay. What did you guys do when you learned that information?
We got in the car and went straight down there.
Was it mostly just at this point just a homicide team?
Yes, I thought it was. It was just our team. Like the other team had come to work as well because now it was daytime. I started this at like 2 o'clock in the morning, but by the time it was daytime, the other homicide team had come in. So when we got that information, we immediately got to the cars and went on down there because it was supposed to be near that park,
Okay.
the park that's right there at the river. So we went down there, parked, got out, and just started walking around looking. And while we were doing that, a whole bunch of MPD marked units showed up. They all had the blue lights and sirens on. So I guess the information that got out, you know, and we needed more assistance because it's a big area if you're on foot.
Okay. And what were you hoping to find when you went down there? Did you have an honest hope that you would find something?
Yes, I hoped that we would find the baby sitting in the car seat.
Okay. What did you, if you could describe what it looked like down there, what it was like when you went down there looking for baby Kennedy?
Well, before that, I had only gone to that little park. So you park and you walk around. It's a parking lot. It's got little walking trails and grass. But when he said he put it down by the river, that's when I had to go down, a part I'd never been before. I mean, it's got a lot of rocks down there. I mean, rocks bigger than my head. Gravel, mud, overgrown stuff, trash, debris. It's not safe at all to be down there walking around.
What was like the coloring and what was the area like that morning?
Well, although it was daytime, it was severely overcast, so it was real gloomy looking and gray. And then the area down there, everything's either brown or gray, and the rocks are gray. And it was raining and windy and cold. And so the rocks are slippery, and the mud, you don't know if it's like ground or if you're gonna step in it, just goes, get hurt down there.
And something caught your eye.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, we were looking for the baby, and then there was just so much trash and debris down there. But after a while, I don't even know how long I was down there because there's little, I don't know what you might call them, inlets. Like once you stop at the park part, then there's a boat ramp, and then there's more trash, debris, trees, overgrowth, and then there's another kind of boat ramp that's more overgrown. And then when you keep on walking around, It's like a little inlet. Like you would think the river would just go like this, but no, there's like a little inlet where you can walk back there and just find all kinds of stuff, I guess. But I found the little baby hat.
And what about it stood out to you?
Well, it was just sitting right on top of the overgrowth and debris, and it wasn't grass, but it's like weeds that are dead.
I want to put up what's been previously been marked, I believe is Exhibit 4 or 95. And you indicated that its brightness and cleanness kind of stuck out to you?
Yes, because it was like in pristine order. And it's just a stark contrast to everything else that you see down there. How everything is dead, like the leaves are dead, the grass is dead.
Was there anything sitting on top of it when you saw it?
No.
You were the first person that found it, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that's the way it was when you found it, correct?
Yes.
When you found it, what did you think? And what did you do?
I thought we're not going to find the thing. We're not going to find it. I'm sorry.
Okay. And the process at that point is to do what? You call someone to tag the photograph and tag it?
Yeah. As you can imagine, that was terrible. So I was telling the people that were around me, because I mean, we were just fanning out, just wandering everywhere, just looking. And then I stayed by it and tried to get my lieutenant's attention. He was up near in the parking lot area, and of course he didn't understand what I was trying to say, because I mean, how do you say something like that? So I believe I called him on the phone, and I just stayed there for a while.
Okay.
It was terrible.
And that this information, your find, what you found out there on that boat ramp, did you relay that to Sergeant Boyd and Winbush, or was it relayed to them?
It was relayed to them. I didn't tell them.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions for today.
Thank you so much. Please sit down.
Thank you.
Here the state calls Officer Lapendis Cole.
Officer Cole, come forward. Watch your step. Stand right here, face your honor, raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please have a seat.
Would you please state and spell your name for the jury?
Lakendus Cole, Lakendus, Cole, Cold.
And where are you employed?
Memphis Police Department,
And where are you assigned?
Crime Scene Investigation Unit,
How long have you been with crime scene?
about 5 years.
I want to take you back to February 2nd of 2022. Were you called out to assist at various crime scenes during the homicide investigation of Danielle Hoyle and Kennedy Hoyle?
Yes.
Did you initially go to the scene at Levi and Sedgwick Road?
Yes, I did.
I'm going to hand you a stack of photographs. You take a look at those and see if you recognize them.
Yes, I do.
Are those photographs that you took in the early morning of February 2nd, 2022 at Lbury and Sedgwood?
Yes.
I'm going to ask that those be entered as the next exhibits, numbered sequentially, starting with 140. May I have permission to publish?
Go ahead, please.
For the record, we are looking at Exhibit 140. Officer Cole, can you describe for the jury what we're seeing here?
This is a sketch measurement of the scene.
And I'm seeing various numbers on here. What did those indicate?
Those numbers represent placards on the scene.
And is that how you mark, for a better term, things of interest
Yes.
to your investigation? Right. I'll show you what's previously been entered as Exhibit 1. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes.
And what are we seeing here?
That's a gray Chevy Cruze located on Lbury Road.
And going to what's previously been entered as Exhibit 3. What do we see here?
That's the same gray Chevy Cruze facing west in the eastbound lane of Lbury Road.
And Exhibit 4.
That would be the passenger side of the Chevy Cruze.
Exhibit 5.
This would be the driver's side of the Chevy Cruze. The front driver glass is busted out, and there appears to be a bullet defect, a possible bullet defect on the driver's side door.
Okay, and we've moved to Exhibit 141. Is this a closer look at that driver's side window?
Yes.
And you said a possible bullet defect. Are we talking about this area right here? And this has previously been entered as Exhibit 14. What are we seeing here?
This would be the driver, inside of the driver seat. Photograph of window glass and possible blood on the seat, driver's seat.
Are you talking about this right here?
Yes.
And now we're looking at Exhibit 8. What are we seeing here?
This is a female black victim laying face down on the ground on the south side of Levi. Her head is facing south and feet facing north.
To be clear. These are feet right here,
Yes,
and then she's facing that way.
yes.
And Exhibit 8.
We'll get a closer up photo of the female victim. Wearing a black jacket, black shirt, and black red sweatpants or pants.
And this up here, is that water?
Yes.
And now we're looking at Exhibit 142. What are we seeing here?
All the way to the left of the screen, number 1 placard. Yes,
Right here?
yes. That's the female victim. Head facing south, feet facing north. Black clothing with orange shoes. And we got placard number 2, which is the Chevy Cruze, just north of the victim. That vehicle is facing west
All right.
in the eastbound lane. And also we've got placard number 3 and 10, those will be shell casings.
Okay, and now we are looking at Exhibit 143. What is this showing?
It's a different angle, the same female victim, lying on the ground, and Chevy Cruze just north of the victim.
And 144. What are we seeing along here?
Those are placards representing different various shell casings on the scene.
And what is this right here?
That's the gray Chevy Cruze.
So these are across the street from the Chevy Cruze?
Yes.
And then see some additional placards. Looks like maybe 12 and 13. And what are those showing us?
Those are 12 and 13 are shell casings. And you also have glass near, yeah.
Is it
Yes.
right there?
Your placard 12.
Okay. And going back to the diagram, .140, where on here are we seeing placard 12 and 13?
Placard 12 and 13 is going to be in front of the vehicle, west of the vehicle.
And which direction is the vehicle facing?
The vehicle is facing west.
So, to be clear, for those of us directionally challenged, so we're facing where 12 and 13 are?
Yes.
And what are we seeing in this photograph?
It's a different angle of placard 12 and 13 and the auto glass.
And for the record, that's Exhibit 146. Now, Officer Cole, when you were on the scene, Did you collect some tangible items?
Yes, yes I did.
I am going to hand you an envelope and see if you recognize it. Do you recognize that item?
Up here?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, the envelope that you were handed.
Yes.
And what is that?
These are different, various shell casings I collected on the scene.
And to be clear, would you take a look inside the envelope? Now, each shell casing that you collected, did you give it an individual number?
Yes.
And could you let us know what numbers those shell casings correspond with? Yes.
All right, evidence packet number 3.
And if we could just hold off one moment. Okay, so what range of the shell casings does that envelope contain, the big one?
These will be placards, 3 through 11.
All right. Your Honor, to ask that that be the next exhibit.
How many?
So Officer Cole, starting with shell casing 3, if you'll look in the envelope, can you show us shell casing number 3 and tell us what that is? And do you write a report when you're collecting these items?
Yes,
Do you remember off the top of your head every single shell casing?
I don't.
Do you have your report with you?
Yes, I do.
Would that refresh your memory?
Yes.
What is shell casing number 3?
My 3 will unknown shell casing.
All right. And would you, and if you could just hold that up as right. And then what about number 4? And what is that?
Down to unknown shell casing.
All right, and number 4?
Or,
I'm sorry, we just did number 4. Number 5.
same unknown shell casing.
And number 6?
Number 6, number 40 caliber shell casing.
Great. And number 7?
Same unknown shell casing.
Number 8?
.40 caliber shell casing.
Number 9?
Be a WMA-17 shell casing.
Number 10?
Number 10, .40 caliber shell casing.
And number 11?
.9mm shell casing.
And officer, can you tell the brand of that shell casing? The 9mm, number 11.
MXT.
Now, are all of those shell casings 3 through 11 labeled on your diagram?
Yes, it is.
And so, looks like 3, 10, 14, and 11. Is that behind the Chevy Cruze?
Yes.
Okay. And then you have on the opposite side of the street, it looks like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Is that the additional shell casings?
Yes.
All right. Now, you identified a few of those as unknown. Why is that?
Because we had, positively knew what type of shell casing it was,
And why wouldn't you be able to identify it?
of the markings.
All right. So there just wasn't enough to identify it?
Yes.
And then I'm going to hand you another item, see if you recognize it. Do you recognize that item?
Yes, I do.
And are those shell casings corresponding to placards 12 and 13?
Yes.
All right, ask that those be the next exhibit. Now, officer, would you take a look at those shell casings? What caliber are they?
Both of these are 9mm shell casing.
And would you take a look at each shell casing? Okay, which one are you looking at right now?
This is number 12, evidence plaque number 12.
All right, and can you tell the brand of number 12?
Brand's gonna be cont'd.
All right. And would you take a look at number 13 as well? And can you see the brand on that one?
It's also cont'd.
And to be clear, that 9mm Hornady casing, the two of those are up here 12 and 13 in front of the Chevy Cruze
Yes, in front of the vehicle.
with some glass.
Yes.
And is that showing what we just discussed, 12 and 13?
Yes.
And for the record, that's Exhibit 146. And Exhibit 147. Is this a close-up of one of those 9mm round or shell casings
Yes, it is.
that are placarded 12 and 13?
Yes.
And what's that brand in the photograph?
Cont'd.
Now, Officer Cole, what were the conditions like that night on Lbury and Sedgwick?
The area is very dark. It was rainy that night, and cold.
Now, when you were processing the scene, did you have any idea whether any of those shell casings had anything to do with this case?
No.
Did you collect them out of an abundance of caution?
Yes.
Were you tasked with processing the Chevy Cruze on the scene?
No.
Did you search the Chevy Cruze on the scene?
No.
Did you photograph the interior of the Chevy Cruze on the scene in detail?
No, I didn't.
And why is that?
Because we would, as crime scene unit, we would tow that vehicle to the tunnel, and that vehicle will be processed in a controlled environment.
And just for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what's the tunnel?
The tunnel is the area that we have that we take vehicles or evidence, kind of like a big garage in a controlled environment, and you process the same, process the evidence there.
All right. Now, you also made the scene at 5061 Stacy Road, is that right?
Yes.
And I'm going to hand you a stack of photographs and see if you recognize them.
Yes, I do.
Do you recognize?
Yes.
And were those photographs that you took both, well, at 5061 Stacy Road?
Yes.
Ask that those be entered as the next exhibits.
All right, so I've been asked to ask you to specify the exhibit numbers for the record.
Yes, Your Honor. And Judge, let's start with Exhibit 149.
No. That's where we're having problems. We have 149 as the last showcasing. I think somewhere around 141, 148 may have been a hiccup.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge, this actually should start with 150. The first set of casings should be 148, and the second set of casings should be 149. And this should start with 150. I can go through individually, Your Honor.
As long as we're all on the same page. Because all of this stuff goes back with the jury.
May I have permission to publish?
Exhibit 150.
Judge, I'll be showing him some exhibits that have already been entered.
Okay. So we just don't know what we're doing with 150?
I believe so. Officer Cole, this has previously been entered as Exhibit 67. What are we seeing in this photograph?
This is 5061 Stacy.
And previously entered Exhibit 68. What are we seeing here?
Placard number 1, the white Chevy Malibu.
And were you tasked with searching that Chevy Malibu?
Yes.
And what are we seeing in this photograph?
This would be placard number 2, which will be the black and white Adidas slides inside the trunk.
And for the record, this is Exhibit 151. And what are we seeing in this photograph, which has previously been entered as Exhibit 69?
This will be a closer up photograph of black and white Adidas slides.
And did you note anything when you were looking at those slides?
There was possible blood on the left slide.
And now we are looking at what's previously been entered as Exhibit 70. what are we seeing in this photograph?
Placard number 3, which is a black gun holster located in the center console.
And are we still in the white Chevy Malibu?
Yes.
And we're looking at what's previously been entered as Exhibit 71. What are we seeing in this photograph?
Placard number 4. Going to be a loaded magazine located in the center console.
And to be clear, we're still in the Chevy Malibu, is that correct?
Yes. Sorry, the white Chevy Malibu.
And this is Exhibit 152. What are we seeing in this exhibit?
That would be that same loaded magazine from the center console. It's going to be a 9mm magazine.
And that was placard number 4, is that correct?
Yes, placard number 4.
And now we're looking at photograph previously entered Exhibit 73. What are we seeing in this photograph?
Placard number 6 is going to be a pair of black gloves located on the front passenger seat.
And previously entered Exhibit 74. Are we seeing a closer view?
Yes, a closer view of that same placard. A pair of black gloves. Also, there's a piece of like shrubbery on the right glove.
Are you talking about this right here?
Yes.
And Exhibit 153. What is that a photograph of?
That's a photograph of the inside of the white Chevy Malibu.
Now, is there an ID in there?
Yes, there was an ID hanging from the rearview mirror.
And whose ID does that say it is?
Brandon Isabelle.
And Exhibit 154. What are we seeing here?
That would be the front of the white Chevy Malibu.
And what are we seeing in this photograph?
That would be the driver's side of the white Chevy Malibu.
And for the record, that is Exhibit 155. Now, Officer Cole, when you were going through the white Chevy Malibu, did you actually collect some tangible items?
Yes.
And actually, let's keep our exhibits straight. Let's go to the next photograph, which is Exhibit 150. What is that a photograph of?
Photograph of the address.
And that's 5061 Stacy?
Yes.
And did you actually, pursuant to a search warrant, go into the house at 5061 Stacy?
Yes, I did.
And we're looking at Exhibit 156. What are we seeing?
It's placard number 7.
And what is it marking?
Orange. Round box.
And is this under a bed?
Yes, under the bed.
Okay. And did the mattress have to be lifted up to see all this?
Yes.
And then we're looking at Exhibit 157. And is this a close-up of placard 7?
Yes.
And Is that marking the orange box here we
It's
see?
marking the orange 40 caliber ammo box.
Okay. And exhibit 158, what is that a photograph of?
It is a box, 40 caliber Smith & Wesson gun box.
And was that found under the bed as well?
Yes.
And exhibit 159, what are we seeing in this photograph?
That's placard number 8 of that same box, open.
So to be clear, that's the Smith & Wesson 40 caliber gun box?
Yes.
Was there any gun inside?
No, it wasn't.
Now, amongst these two areas, we have the car and the house. Did you collect tangible evidence?
Yes.
I'm going to hand you some items and see if you recognize them. Do you recognize that item?
Yes.
And what is that?
These are the black and white Adidas slides.
And to be clear, where were those located?
These are located in the trunk of the white Chevy Malibu.
I'm going to ask that that be the next exhibit, exhibit 160. Hand you another item. Let's see if you recognize it. Do you recognize that item?
Yes.
And what is that?
This is the black gun holster.
And is that the holster that you collected from the center console of the white Chevy Malibu?
Yes.
I'm going to ask that that be entered as exhibit 161. And I'm going to hand you another item. See if you recognize it. Do you recognize that item?
Yes.
And what is that?
These are a pair of black gloves.
And are those the black gloves that you located and photographed inside the front passenger seat of the white Chevy Malibu?
Yes.
I'm going to ask that that be exhibit 162. Now, Officer Cole, could you take a look at exhibit 160, the Adidas slides? And could you open that for us?
left slide.
Your Honor, may he step down and show the jury?
Go ahead, please.
Thank you, officer. And you can put that back. And is there a second bag in there?
Yes.
You can open that up and just hold it up.
With your right slide.
Thank you, officer. And you can put that back. Thank you. And then if you could take the holster, Exhibit 161. And if you could take that out of the envelope and show it to the jury. And that's the holster that you found in the Chevy Malibu?
Yes.
All right, thank you. And then Exhibit 162, the gloves. Could you please show those to the jury? If you could hold those up. And officer, in that right glove, are we seeing that little brown piece of plant life?
Yes.
You can put those back. Thank you. Officer Cole, I'm going to pass you an exhibit that was entered as Exhibit 36 for ID only. And see if you recognize it. Do you recognize that item?
Yes.
And what is that?
It's just a black magazine
And
Found.
is- I'm sorry, go ahead.
found in the center console.
Of the white Chevy Malibu?
Yes.
All right, ask that Exhibit 36 be moved into evidence at this time. And Officer Cole, if you could take that out of the envelope, please. And would you take a look at, well, first off, is that a loaded magazine?
Yes.
Would you take a look at one of the live rounds and tell us who the manufacturer is?
Okay, take it home.
Yes.
quantity,
And what caliber?
9mm.
Thank you, officer. You can put it back in the envelope. Now, did you go to a third crime scene?
Yes.
Was that at 8702 Blackberry?
Yes, I did.
And is that in the Cordova area?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to hand you a stack of photographs. If you could keep them in the same order. These would start number 163. Do you recognize those photographs?
Yes.
And are those photographs that you took at 8702 Blackberry?
Yes, it is.
All right, ask that those photographs be entered as the next exhibit, starting with 163. Permission to publish, Your Honor.
Go ahead, please.
And we're starting with Exhibit 163. What are we seeing here, Officer Cole?
This is the address. 702 Blackberry.
And Exhibit 164, what are we seeing here?
This will be plaque number 1 on the greatest Kia Soul parking driveway.
And 165. What are we seeing here?
This is just inside in the breezeway of 8702 Blackberry.
Is this the front door right here?
Yes.
And this is 167. What are we seeing here?
It is a black backpack located in the breezeway, just inside of the front door.
Officer Cole, I'm going to have to go a little old school on Exhibit 166. Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes.
What is that a photograph of?
Placard number 2, which is gonna be that black, same black backpack.
And 168, what are we seeing here?
Placard number 2, photographing the contents inside of that black backpack.
And Exhibit 169, what are we seeing here?
A Smith & Wesson .40 caliber handgun.
And did that come from that black backpack that you marked with placard number 2?
Yes.
Excuse me, I have you please approach.
And Exhibit 170, what are we seeing here?
That's going to be inside, well, a closet inside of the north bedroom upstairs.
And were you directed to that particular bedroom by other officers?
Yes, I was.
And if we zoom in, have you put another placard out?
Yes, placard number 6.
And what is that indicating?
That's a black gun box in the closet.
Now this is Exhibit 171. Is this the black gun box from that closet?
Yes, it is.
And Exhibit 172, what are we seeing here?
Inside the contents inside that black gun box.
Was there a gun in there?
No, it wasn't.
Did you find a gun? Besides the .40 Smith & Wesson?
No.
And Exhibit 173, what are we seeing here?
That's going to be upstairs in that same bedroom closet. Placard number 3 and 4.
It'd be 4 and 5,
Well,
maybe?
4 and 5, I'm sorry. 4 and 5. 4 is going to be that black and white jacket, and 5 is going to be that black and it's bluish or greenish jacket.
And were you directed to those items by other officers involved in the investigation?
Yes, I was.
Now, did you actually collect some physical items?
Yes.
I'm going to hand you a package. Now, Officer Cole, are those items that you collected from 8702 Lbury?
Yes.
And is one of those items what appears to be a bluish jacket, placard number 5?
Yes.
Do you open that package, and are those individually wrapped inside the package?
Let's see.
If you can open it up.
All right, it's not individually wrapped.
Okay, that's fine. Do you see this jacket that you've marked placard number 5?
Yes.
And you collected that day at 8702 Lbury?
Yes, I did.
Aaron asked that that jacket be the next exhibit, exhibit 174. So if you want to hold that jacket out and leave. And Judge, we'll have a clean bag for that momentarily. But if we could enter that as 174. And Your Honor, may Officer Cole show that to the jury?
Officer Cole, will you please show that to the jury?
And Officer Cole, I'm going to hand you one last item, see if you recognize it. Do you recognize that item?
Yes, I do.
And what is that?
This is the black gun box located in that upstairs bedroom closet.
All right, I would ask that that be the next exhibit, exhibit 175. Now, Officer Cole, there are quite a few labels on the outside of that gun box. What does that indicate?
Different items inside of the gun box.
All right. And that label, does it say Stacy Road on it?
It does.
Is that correct?
No.
And just to be clear, where did you collect that gun box?
8072 Lbury.
And that is what you photographed?
Yes.
Okay. And officer, would you take a look inside the gun box? The lockbox. And what's in that?
There's gun items and 2 magazines.
And what kind of magazines are those?
Both of those are 9mm magazines.
Hold those up. Thank you. Do the magazines indicate what brand they are?
Both are Glock magazines.
Thank you, officer. I'll pass the witness.
Approach. Please approach. but I'm being asked for a bio break. Could anyone use one? Deputy Johnson.
Excuse me, the
All right, so it's 3:14. Let's come back at 3:24. Hustle, hustle. Does anybody need any coffee or water? You do? Yeah. Still under oath. Go ahead, Mr. Massey.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Officer Cole. Let me pass you up what has previously been marked as Exhibit 176 from the house at Lbury. Is that the one that you took a photo of?
Yes.
Holding the wall? And Exhibit 177, if I may pass this forward. Excuse me. 177. A lime bat. Close-up of it. That was the one that's in the hall as you went and turned left from the door, right?
Yes.
And lastly, Exhibit 178. Closer-up picture of that table. Right?
Yes.
All right. I have this back. Thank you. Permission to publish, please?
Yes, sir.
All three?
All three at the same time? Yes.
No, there you go.
Individually is fine.
Do you remember which wall that hole was in?
Not well. Can I refer to my notes?
Sure. Is it downstairs?
Okay. Yes. Downstairs, north wall.
Okay. And next exhibit, 177. On that previous exhibit here, is that your understanding that someone punched the wall?
My
You remember?
understanding.
Did you?
Objection calls for speculation.
That's fine.
It's the same.
Withdraw. That's the lime, yellow baseball bat.
Yes.
That's exhibit 177. Yeah, I assume you don't know how they got there.
No.
You just came out to mark these from wherever you found pieces of evidence.
Yes.
And exhibit 178 is a closer view of the table. It's a black backpack, right?
Yes.
And baseball bat next to it.
Yes.
And inside that black backpack, when you got the contents out, what type of pistol was in there?
40 caliber handgun?
The Smith & Wesson,
Yes.
black and silver,
Yes.
40 cal.
Yes.
No other questions, Your Honor?
Can you redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, so you may step down. Look at us. We're way ahead schedule. I said 10 to 4. We're 10 to 3:37. Get some rest, leave your notes, do not discuss. We are gonna adjourn for the day. You worked hard today, you do not work tomorrow.
All rise.
See you on Monday.
Court stands adjourned until Monday morning, 9 o'clock. For trial. Now step this way. Leave your pens and passages there.
All right, I'll see you guys Monday, 9 o'clock. I'm sure somewhere. Wait, do I have anything on the docket?
Yes, there's 12.
Thank you.
Most of them are agreement.
Word 12 on the docket. 9:30. Look at me thinking it was gonna be over by Monday. Talking about unicorns and colors.